The spokesperson of the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs once stated, "Huawei, as such an excellent private company, its only fault is that it is Chinese, isn't it?" In the United States, there is a department specifically established with the intention to smear China's image and deliberately suppress Chinese technology companies. This department is called the China Task Force, and its chairman is Mike Gallagher. Even before the U.S. government had issued an official report on the Huawei Mate 60 featuring the domestically produced Kirin 9000S chip, Mike Gallagher, in the U.S. House of Representatives, claimed that the U.S. Department of Commerce should terminate all technology exports to Huawei and SMIC. Furthermore, Mike Gallagher accused Huawei's Kirin 9000S chip of certainly utilizing U.S. technology. According to him, without U.S. technology, Huawei could not have produced the Kirin 9000S chip at all. In fact, baseless accusations from U.S. politicians are not new. As early as May 2018, the U.S. began targeting Chinese technology companies, with Huawei being a prime example, citing national security concerns and claiming that Huawei stole U.S. technology. On May 26, 2019, in an interview with Bloomberg TV, Ren Zhengfei was once again asked about this issue. The host mentioned that many people internationally believed that Huawei's current development was achieved through stealing U.S. technology. In response to this, Ren Zhengfei stated, "Then I'll say we stole the technology of tomorrow from the U.S. If the U.S. hasn't even developed it yet, how can I go and steal their technology? It's more likely that the U.S. is stealing our technology, as we are currently ahead of them. If we were lagging behind the U.S., then Trump wouldn't have made such efforts to suppress us. He's suppressing us because we are advanced, that's why. Did Huawei steal U.S. technology? It is actually the other way around, the U.S. stole Huawei's technology. Since Huawei began filing its first patent in 1995, as of the end of May this year, Huawei holds over 120,000 patents worldwide, with over 90% of them being invention patents. Moreover, Huawei ranks first in terms of patent grants in both the Chinese National Intellectual Property Administration and the European Patent Office. In the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, Huawei ranked fifth in patent grants for the year 2021. Verizon, the largest wireline and wireless telecommunications provider in the United States, operates telecom and wireless services in 45 countries around the world, including the US, Europe, Asia, and the Pacific. However, Verizon has repeatedly infringed upon Huawei's patents. As early as June 2019, Huawei had notified Verizon Communications multiple times of its unauthorized use of over 230 patented technologies and demanded over $1 billion in licensing fees. However, Verizon refused to pay. Several months later, the two parties reached a settlement. In 2021, Verizon Communications faced another lawsuit from Huawei for infringing upon 12 of Huawei's patents. Furthermore, on October 27, 2022, Huawei filed lawsuits against Amazon and Quanta Computer for infringing upon Huawei's invention patents. Quanta Computer, in particular, is one of the world's largest notebook computer manufacturers and serves as an original design manufacturer, ODM, for two U.S. computer companies, HP and Dell. There are numerous examples of U.S. companies stealing Huawei's patents. So, one must ask, did Huawei steal U.S. technology, or is the U.S. continuously stealing Huawei's technology? In April 2022, Ren Zhengfei issued a meeting summary on patent licensing business within Huawei. Ren Zhengfei stated, "We are too busy and don't have time to collect patent fees. Even if we were to collect fees, it wouldn't be as much as what Qualcomm charges." Indeed, Ren Zhengfei and Huawei have implemented such an approach. In June of this year, Huawei collected patent fees from approximately 30 small and medium-sized Japanese companies, but the fees collected were minimal. Some fees were as low as 50 Japanese yen, approximately 2.52 Chinese yuan, per component, while others were 0.1% or less of the total system price. In terms of the proportion of valid global patent families, Huawei holds the highest share at 14.59%, ranking first globally. Qualcomm ranks second with a share of 10.04%, and Samsung ranks third with a share of 8.8%. However, the patent fees collected by Huawei are much lower than those of the other companies. As early as March 2021, Huawei began charging licensing fees for 5G patents, with a maximum fee of $2.50 per device. In comparison, Ericsson charges between $2.50 and $5 per device, while Nokia sets the upper limit at €3 per device. From Huawei's perspective, patent fees should not be charged just for the sake of collecting fees. They should not be too low either, as that would hinder social innovation and lead to monopolistic practices where no one is willing to invest in research and development. It is precisely because of Huawei's sincerity that it has won the love and support of Chinese consumers. So, if our technology is already so advanced, why would we need to steal your outdated technology? The Huawei Mate 60 Pro smartphone has dealt a strong blow to the US technology sanctions. Foreigners have disassembled the phone and tested its chips, finding them to be of excellent performance. To some extent, this demonstrates the ineffectiveness of the US technology ban. Previously, Huawei smartphones had become the best-selling brand globally. However, the US aimed to bring down Huawei and began banning the sale of chips below 7 nanometers. After facing chip supply cuts, Huawei could no longer produce 5G smartphones. The fact that Huawei can continue launching 5G smartphones proves that at least the chip restrictions in this field are ineffective. The release of the Huawei Mate 60 Pro signifies that these blockades are futile, indicating stronger competitiveness of Chinese technology companies. By denying the access to this technology, you are compelling China and other countries to make greater efforts in various aspects. The small courtyard high wall policy cannot control China's development. Americans are realizing that they cannot hold China back, and instead of reconsidering, they are thinking of implementing a big courtyard high wall policy. They want to impose more technology restrictions, prohibiting any cooperation or sale of products related to these technologies to China. The US hopes to use the big courtyard high wall approach to restrain China's future development, but this policy is destined to fail. In the semiconductor and new technology industries, China is the largest market. Semiconductor chips are not the end product, they need to be installed in devices like smartphones and computers to be useful. However, China is the major manufacturing hub for these devices. In the past, selling chips to China was a great opportunity for US semiconductor companies. After making profits, they could invest in research and development to maintain technological leadership in the field. It was originally a cycle, but the United States ended up cutting off the cycle itself, resulting in problems for those chips instead. Since the United States banned chip sales to China, the direct consequence has been a significant decline in chip prices in the United States. They can't sell them anymore, and they don't know who to sell them to. Along with the sharp drop in chip prices, the stock prices of these chip companies have also fallen. It is said that economist Stephen Roach once posed a question: what is the purpose of US sanctions, to restrict or to stimulate China's innovation? The answer is already quite clear. The blockade only makes China stronger. Thank you for watching our video. After watching the video, how do you think about the development of Huawei in the world? You can put your opinions and ideas in the comments below. We will keep on uploading new videos. So your subscribe and likes will encourage us to create new videos.